I'm back, everyone. Hooray! Whenever I go on holiday or take a break from making videos, I always come back like, how do I make videos? I don't know. But I think this is interesting, so maybe you guys will think this is interesting as well. And that is UFO footage videos. Yeah! Do you think aliens are real? No judgment. You can answer. Oh, that's your opinion? So, there's some footage from, I think, 2019 that now is leaked. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I think the government is going to release the same footage, but this is leaked UFO footage.
Newly released footage taken aboard a U.S. Navy ship showing what appears to be UFOs flying off the coast of California.
Yeah, that's right. Chelsea Edward.
Yeah. Help me. It's always America, isn't it? Why does no one else get a bunch of UFO footage? And why is the camera quality worse than mine for once? I mean, I'll take it. I look good. I look nice and crisp compared to that shit. What the fuck?
Joins us live from Montrose with what people are saying about
nice.
this video.
I love this when news anchors they're commenting on a footage that's like years old, but I'm outside. We're capturing this live where UFOs are. Outside. Why? It's so good.
If this all turns out to be true, this is the biggest story of our lifetime, Chelsea.
I mean, it's huge, right, Alex? This is part of a national conversation right now ahead of that report that we're expected to get next month. Now, the person who leaked
the biggest story of our lifetime. That's why everyone is talking about it. Obviously, this is what news agencies do. They want to create a story, so they hype it up. Aliens real. But if you look closely on the video, it's not an alien UFO. I'm going to explain what this is. It's a giant bee. I know. It's shocking. Open your eyes. Giant bee. Huge. Look at the size of that thing. All right, let's take a look at the footage.
In this recently leaked video taken by the U.S. Navy, a mysterious sphere appears to hover off the San Diego coast before disappearing into the ocean.
Whoa! It's cool, right? It just disappears. It moves from left to right really quickly. I like it. However, I don't know why I took it upon myself to do this because I'm not qualified, but I'm going to explain what happened here. First of all, you see the object moving from left to right really quickly, which is a puzzling way of an object to travel. However, it's not the object that is moving, it's the camera that is moving. And you can see this if you look at the waves as a reference, because the waves are moving, not the object.
Footage obtained by filmmaker.
Do you see that? Look at the waves instead of the object.
By filmmaker
the camera is rotating to the object. The object isn't swaying back and forth. Does that make sense?
Obtained by
Look at the
filmmaker
waves.
Jeremy
There you go. Now, to explain why it looks like it's splashed, the way these infrared cameras work is that black means heat. So they're not necessarily looking at a round object. They're looking at a round source of heat, really, which could be solid. You know, let's say it's a bird, then yeah, it could look like this, I think. But most likely, if you look at the splash,
and after a few minutes,
the splash, you can see it blinks out, and it's not like half the thing disappears first, and then it's all gone. It's rather the whole thing is gone. It kind of blinks for a second. Look at it again. I don't know why I think this is so fun.
And after a few minutes,
there you go. And there's a fun way to explain this. Again, if you imagine a source of heat, let's say a light, some jet, I don't know. This will show us as black on as a black round object on an infrared camera, right? Now, if I try and cover it, even though I'm technically covering where the light is coming from, you still see half of it, even though I covered half of it. But not until I covered all of it, it disappears. Like you can see it in front of the book that I'm using to cover. Does that make sense? As opposed to if I try and cover a full object, you see half object. It's not solid. It's a source of light. Oh, kind of cool. Yeah. It doesn't splash. It just gets out of either past the horizon or out of range. I don't know. That doesn't mean we know what it is. Huh? Alien could still be real. Okay. But I'm just saying it's not as interesting as the footage it may seem. You know, this object that grew and it disappears and splash, but that's not what really is happening. The other footage is also really cool. I love this one.
Above a Navy destroyer.
This was taken... Mate, is that all they show? It looks like giant triangle spheres.
Of an upside-down pyramid UFO hovering above a Navy destroyer.
There you go. Alien Doritos. I knew it!
Above a Navy destroyer.
Everyone gangster until giant Tic Tac dives into the ocean. I'm longing for the day when a UFO video isn't recorded with a potato. I mean, that's why, because we're using all this technology to really just film ourselves. So this footage is taken from the Navy, and they are, funny enough, looking at an object that is blinking in the exact same way as a typical Boeing aircraft. You know, they have the blinking lights. And it's also captured underneath a flight route of these aircrafts from Hawaii to California. But it could be a giant triangle alien as well. I'm just saying. Either way is possible. Now, the reason why it looks like a triangle is because if you look at an object really far away that's out of focus, you've probably seen these in movies, right? When they have all this nice footage and the lights that are really far away look huge, right? Here, look at these giant aliens. It's the same principle, and the way you get a triangle one is if you have a triangular lens cap, kind of like this. So if it's not closed, a lot of lens caps close this way, and if it's not open the entire way, you get this sort of effect, which is cool. So let's say you're looking at an aircraft with an infrared or night vision camera with a lens cap that isn't closed fully. It will look like a giant Illuminati alien spaceship.
This is part of a much larger series of events that we're going to be learning about.
All right, calm down, calm down. I think it's fun, right? The idea of believing in aliens and you get this really cool footage. And I hate to... I'm not here to step on anyone's dreams and hopes, okay? I want to die from aliens too. That would be epic. But what they always do, especially news agents or news media, whatever, when they have new footage that comes out that is false as evidence of aliens or UFO, they never say it really, but it's implied. They always back it up with these old footage that people have debunked. So this new false footage as proof of aliens comes up. It gets proved as real by more fake older ones, so it becomes a narrative. Kind of like when we get called a Nazi online. Oh, look at all this we don't have this solid evidence, but we have all this other bad evidence. I don't know why I slunk that in there, but it's kind of the same principle. So they have this footage, which came out 3 years ago, I think. And I remember seeing this. I thought it was really puzzling because it looks amazing.
He says one of the biggest problems is the stigma that comes with talking about UFOs. Something...
Oh, goddamn, they're not show it. Hold up, I know what it's called. Here's the footage. So the story about this is what really makes it cool, because the air pilots didn't know what exactly they were looking at either, and they came out this New York Times article, and the footage was first leaked, and people weren't sure about the footage, like, oh, it's fake, it's some stupid shit. But then the government released it. The United States government released the footage and said, no, it's real. Here's the footage.
Roger. There's troubleshooting. Did you box moving target? No, I took an auto track.
So it looks like this object is traveling really fast. It looks really cool. Okay. But in reality, the way we're seeing this footage is from a fighter jet of some sort. That's obviously moving really fast. And we have the background of the ocean. Okay, let's imagine you are moving really fast. All right, follow me here. Okay, and let's say you're looking at this microphone. If you are moving really fast, okay, my hand is the background. Represents the waves, and this is you. Why is this funny? Okay, the object itself doesn't have to move. If you're really zoomed in on it, for it to appear like it's moving. Does that make sense? Okay, this is good. If you're looking at an object from point A, and then you move to point B, with a distant background, your background will be different, making it appear like the object is moving really fast, when in reality you're just looking at a different background. So the viewpoint being a fighter jet moving really fast, the object itself doesn't have to move fast at all, or fast, for it to appear like it is moving fast. Here's from I Am Goddard. Oh, it's from McWest. He does really good debunking videos. You can see us, this ball is not moving, but it looks like it's moving really fast because it's really zoomed in and the camera itself is moving. This is funny because we're tricking ourselves in these scenarios. It could be a bird, could be a weather balloon, I don't know. But the footage itself doesn't prove, I mean, it doesn't prove anything.
Not everyone is convinced that UFOs exist.
So what do you
Boo!
think?
No, I don't.
Others say we can't be alone.
I think they're out there. It would be ludicrous to think that we're the only sentient beings in this entire universe.
This is a unique.
He has a point there, though. I mean, I can totally say I believe that there could be life in the universe if you think of the absolute vast scope of the universe and human existence being so improbable but still occurring. It'd be kind of naive to think that we are the only ones alone, but this narrative that alien spacecraft are flying around to monitor us for whatever reason is, with this footage to back it up, is just kind of ludicrous.
Say life out there that we don't know about yet. Now, this is all some of the video that's now being reviewed by a government UFO research group. Alex and Christine, that does exist. Congress has actually requested a report on UFOs.
Yes, of course the government is going to have unidentified foreign object department. That is not weird at all. That makes perfect sense. But people associate UFO with aliens, so it's like, whoa, the government looks at aliens? No, that's not it at all. There's obviously more footage, but I think that those are the ones I thought that were cool. There's a lot of people believing it's real in the comments, so I don't know what people are gonna think of this video, but if you enjoyed or thought it was interesting, smash like, subscribe, backward videos yet again. Check out the new merch, by the way, 110 Million Club, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Brofist.
Feeling lonely without a crew, and you can't go to the zoo. Need to go to the motherfucking loo. I got something for you, and you leave with a vivid mind, like a puppy in the pot. We did something without shame. Second part of a great game. Are you feeling inspiration in the mood for creation? My dear legless nation, that's for the dedication. Explode fart and mushroom poop head. Catch a melon, goblin butt, even ones that I can't see. Just download it for free. For free, bitch. Download. Oh, yeah. Gonna go to the loot. I got something for you. Yep, that's true.